Here, if we want to talk in terms of dimensional analysis, that is converting between different units for areas, it's essentially the same as what we did when we were talking about converting in terms of lengths in our first section, except now we have to be careful of the fact that we're converting within 2 dimensions. So for example, when we're converting from a square foot to a square inch, know that we have both the foot going up and to the side for that 1 square foot area. So we're getting 12 inches in each unit, which means that we get 144 square inches per square foot. Similarly, because a yard is 3 feet, and we've got both parts there, a square yard is 9 square feet. Then going on to other measurements, we have 1 acre can either be read as 43,560 square feet or 4,840 square yards, depending on the context there. An acre is just a large measurement for a lot of that thing that's below being a mile, as a square mile is 640 acres. And then on the other hand, if we want to be able to convert from the English systems that we have here to metric, we have that a square inch is about 6.5 square centimeters. And if you think back to those old ones, it's like we're getting 2 of those per thing. So a square foot is about 0.09 square meters. Again, squaring means multiplying twice. A square yard is about 0.8 square meters. A square mile is about 2.6 square kilometers. And 1 acre is about 0.4 hectares, where a hectare is the metric semi-equivalent for talking about a large space in the way that we have the acre for the English system. I don't know entirely why we use those things. I don't know exactly where those distinctions came from in particular, but they're ones that we have in there as well. So let's get another example here for looking at this in the context of properties. A truly ridiculous mansion in Bel Air, known as The One, was valued by its developer at $500 million for 8 acres of land. Find the area of the property in hectares and the price per hectare. So for our first part here, what we want to do is just perform the dimensional analysis, the basic unit conversion here, where we have 8 acres of land, and we want to convert that 8 acres over 1 into something in terms of hectares. So we want to get hectares on top and divide out by a number of acres, where 1 acre, I got that one in the wrong place. 1 acre is 0.4 hectares. A little bit ahead of myself. So when we multiply this out, the acres are going to cancel, and we will have 8 times 0.4 hectares of land, or 3.2 hectares of land. And if you want to find the price per hectare there, that's just a matter of taking our size, in this case 3.2 hectares, and dividing the cost by it. So that's 500 million. So we got 500, a couple zeros, and a couple more zeros, because Niles Niami is a very ambitious man, which would end up giving us a value here of about $156,250,000. Oh, that's 0. And another 0. I was running out of space, too many zeros per hectare. As I said, very, very ambitious man. There's quite a lot if you've ever seen that ridiculous property. where unfortunately, because in order to make it, its developer had to take out a loan that ended up being worth over $100 million, it's actually been defaulted on and might get foreclosed. And what a shame with all that money that's supposed to come out of it, but that's how investing in property goes for some people. And the next thing we're going to look at here is what happens when we go from 2 dimensions for area into 3 dimensions to talk about volumes and capacities.